Hey guys, Jim here from DrinkABeerandPlayAGame, and today we're going to be talking about the TurboGrafx-16 and a new device which will help you guys get the best video output for pennies on the dollar. Let's take a look. Before I get into this is not a sponsored video, so I use my own money, and this will be about as honest a review as it's going to get. While I love my TurboGrafx-16, it can be kind of a pain in the butt to collect for. For one, it's only got one controller port. And two, it only came with RF video when it first came out, which is pretty much the worst video output option that's available. What NEC decided to do was to sell this guy. This is the Turbo Booster, and what this does is it plugs into the back of the TurboGrafx-16 and gives you composite video, which without modding is the best that the Turbo, the PC Engine, the PC Engine CD, and the Turbo Duo was capable of. Unfortunately, this goes for about 100, 120 bucks on eBay right now, so it's definitely expensive and somewhat rare. Luckily, there is a device now which will give you way better options. And that device is this. This is the Engine Block AV from Stone Age Gamer. And what this is basically an encased DB Electronics graphics booster card, which will give you composite video, SVideo, and RGB out of a Genesis Model 2 port. So if you have any Genesis Model 2 SCAR cables lying around, or if you have the HD Retrovision cables, that'll work on this device and give you crisp, clear, beautiful picture. To get this guy in the case will cost you about $90, but you can buy the board itself from either Stone Age Gamer or DB Electronics themselves for $65. Personally, I'm kind of bad when it comes to dusting my stuff, so I went with the encased one. So, let's get a quick unboxing out of the way. And when you open it up, you get the device itself and some decent bubble wrap and some other stuff. Some rubber feet, which I've already put on my device and my TurboGrafx. A business card from Stone Age Gamer. A troubleshooting card if you're using flash carts. And some instructions for putting on the rubber feet. The device connects in using these pin connectors on the back. And to be honest with you, it's not my favorite setup in the world. It seems like it's a little too flimsy for its own good, and I kind of worry about the condition of the pin connectors after a while, so once I put it on, I really don't recommend putting it on and taking it off a lot. Now that we got this device put on, let's see how these video options look. We'll be looking at composite, S-Video, and RGB through SCART. So here's an issue I came into when using RGB. So basically, I don't get output from my Elgato to the TV. So recording footage is kind of a pain in the butt. Also, I kind of have a little bit of a ramshackle setup right now, so let me just walk you through it real quick. Over here, I have the engine block hooked into my TurboGrafx, going out RGB, which I have going via SCART into this cheapy SCART to HDMI converter. Then from there, I have that plugged directly into my Elgato HD right here, which I then have outputting to this video converter in order to get the signal on my TV. So without that, playing games is kind of a complete nightmare. I think if you have a better video scaler than this $30 one, like the OSSC or a FrameMeister, you probably won't run into that issue, but for me, yeah, a little bit of a pain in the butt. Here's Fantasy Zone in composite video, and you know what? It looks pretty good. You do get a lot of shimmering in the backgrounds and the clouds, and the colors themselves are a little muddy, but that's what you kind of expect with composite video. Until now, this was really the best you were going to get. It's certainly playable, but the video could definitely be a lot better. Here's Fantasy Zone in S-Video, and holy crap, what an upgrade. The shimmering in the backgrounds is all but gone. The colors just pop way more. It looks a little less pixelated, and it's just a beautiful picture to look at. This is really how I'm probably going to record a lot of my TurboGrafx stuff, just because of the ease of using S-Video and the pure, beautiful picture quality. But it could be a little better. And here's Fantasy Zone in glorious RGB, and holy crap, this is even better. Again, everything just looks a little more smoothed out. The colors pop a little bit more. It almost looks like pure emulation. Unfortunately, because of my cheapy upscaler, the video is a little choppy, and of course it's stretched out to 16:9, which I can't change. So, those complaints aside, if I had a FrameMeister or OSSC, I'm sure it would just be in its pure glory. So, this is still video-wise the way you want to go. Here's Splatterhouse in composite video, and again, it looks fine. It's definitely a little bit muddier. There's shimmering in the background, but because it's Splatterhouse, it's not nearly as much. It's a darker game in general. And again, certainly playable, but it could look a lot better. Here's Splatterhouse in SVideo, and again, what an upgrade. Everything just pops more, it's less pixelated, you don't have the shimmer anymore. And again, this is how I wish I could have recorded when we did this review those years ago, but hey, now I can enjoy it in glorious SVideo. It's awesome. Last but not least, here's Splatterhouse in RGB, and just look at Rick. Look at that jumpsuit, just look at how everything pops. It's so bright, it's so crisp, it's so colorful. Again, it's the widescreen because of my upscaler, but it's just a beautiful video format, and I can't wait, once again, to get a better upscaler, just so I can enjoy it in its native, resolution, but holy crap. So one thing I forgot to mention is that there is a C-Sync voltage jumper on the board itself. I'm not a tech, so I barely know what that means. But long story short, you can kind of change between 75 ohm output and a lower frequency output. So that could have been the problem with my SCART cable. It might just be set on a different level. And yeah, I don't know. I can say though that when using the HT Retrovision cables, I had no problems on my TV. Unfortunately, I can't record footage of that yet, but when I can, I will show you that footage. So at the end of the day, do I recommend this product? Well, yeah, I really do. My little SCART issue aside, I really can't think of any downsides with this. And if I was willing to, break my case open and try and change that jumper, I bet it would have solved my problem. Either way, it is a great device. It gives you so many options. It really, really does boost the signal that's coming from your TurboGrafx, and I can't recommend it enough, really. If you're a hardcore turbo collector, if you have a Supergrafx, or if you're a content creator, like a YouTuber, I just can't see any reason to not get a device such as this. Sure, there's some more expensive options out there, but if you're not looking to spend a ton of money, this is the way to go. Alright guys, that'll do it for this video. If you liked it, do us a favor and hit that like button. Also, do you have any interest in using this, or do you have another device that you currently use? Or maybe your system's modded? Let us know below what your best way of getting video output from your TurboGrafx is. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe consider doing that. It helps out our page and we can keep getting videos like this out to you guys with no issues. Make sure to check out our social medias in the links below. And until next time, guys, cheers.